Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm Patrick Sullivan.
And I'm Nick Baker.
And we'll be your host today on Good Morning KU. Nick, how was your weekend?
I got to tell you, Pat, this weekend was certainly one for the books. It's Halloween.
Yeah, it is.
It's Halloween.
Yesterday was
Halloween, which is technically a Monday. But this was the weekend leading up to it.
The weekend of Halloween, is that what we'll call it?
I think that's what we'll call it.
Okay.
And
so how was it?
It was great. It
What'd
was
you do?
great. We hopped in my car. We drove up to Manhattan, which I know Manhattan's not typically known for having a great time. Not like Lawrence is. But I had a buddy. He has some neighbors. They were having like a 4 to 5 house block party. And me and my roommates jumped up. We went over there. And I can tell you, that group of Manhattanites.
4 to 5?
4 to 5 conjoined houses. So you have a house party connected to a house party, connected to a house party, connected to a house party in a beautiful little block-like manner.
Maybe the only party I'd go to in Manhattan,
That's
Kansas.
what I would say.
You know?
Yeah, probably the only party I will go.
You know, Lawrence was hopping.
How was
Lawrence
it?
was hopping. I mean,
How was it?
Friday and Saturday night, I'd tell you, I was just walking down the street. Every other house is having a party.
That's
Can't
what I
decide what to do, you know? I stopped by a couple, couldn't really find my place, so I just ended my night at the Jayhawk Cafe, you know, got a coffee.
Always an excellent time.
Got a coffee at that cafe.
As you do.
You know, I was surprised I didn't see any clowns out there. I think they were a little scared.
Very relieved to not see clowns.
I don't think I would have held back on a clown if I saw
I would
a clown.
probably, you know, everyone always sees me. Obviously, I'm clearly a fighter. So I think whenever the clowns knew that I was going to the party, especially as the costume I was, they decided I'm just going to call it. I'm going to call it quits.
You know, I think our cast and crew actually sent in some pictures.
They did. Oh, excellent pictures, too.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Who do we got here? Is that
we
our boy?
got Will in the back middle.
Will, Ricky, and I'm maybe a skater boy?
You know, I think he's a basketball player. And I think it's Blake Griffin.
Is it Blake Griffin?
I think it's Blake Griffin.
You know, now that you say Blake Griffin, I can't even see anything other than Blake Griffin.
That's what you know, it really doesn't look anything like Blake Griffin.
Almost not at all.
That's okay.
That's clearly Charlie Brown and Scooby-Doo.
Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Charlie Brown and
Well, they run in the same pack. Am I right?
Andrew, I'm sorry. We're just going to skip past you.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Okay.
Ian just killing it with the shark costume. Absolutely.
Now, is this an artistic taste
So
on
is he
Shark
eaten
Boy?
by the shark, or is he Shark Boy?
I think we go Shark Boy. But what the hidden meaning is the dog who's friends with the panda and the shark, which is basically just this idea of togethership.
I don't think I know what was going on there. But of course,
More
Chris,
animal themes.
The bat. The Batman.
The bat and the cat.
And the Catwoman.
An iconic duo if there ever was one.
Iconic duo. Oh, and Nick.
Now, this is actually a little awkward. A lot of people mistakenly took me as Paul Bunyan, and I'm actually his lesser-known about brother, Sean Bunyan, who actually isn't giant. But because of that, I have like a wider range of things I'm able to do. I get a lot more shrub calls.
I can see it in your eyes. You're just needing for that spotlight that Paul has.
Yeah. You know, like a tree, we all grow towards the sun.
Sean was never understood like Paul.
He wasn't. And he certainly didn't get any books named after him.
No, he didn't.
That's what I'm trying to do. You know, I'm trying to bring Sean to the light, and I think I did that on this beautiful weekend.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. As long as it was a good weekend for you.
It was fantastic. Good weekend for you?
It was a great weekend.
Top it up.
It was a great weekend. Right. Well, we hope everyone had a good Halloween. That's all we have for hosting. We'll be back with the news.
Welcome back. I'm Nick Baker.
And I'm Alyssa Hadel. This is the Good Morning KU News Update. The FBI is reviewing new emails regarding Hillary Clinton after obtaining a warrant to review emails found on a laptop used by Clinton aide Huma Abedin and her husband, Anthony Weiner. Investigators found the emails while investigating a completely separate case regarding Anthony Weiner's alleged sex messages. FBI Director James Comey recently told Congress that the agency would review emails related to Clinton's personal server after it learned of new information that may be relevant.
Police killed Oklahoma fugitive Michael Vance in a shooting after a week of killings, police shootings, and boastings on Facebook. Vance had been on the run since October 23rd, the day that he shot at 2 police officers and killed 2 members of his own family. Dewey County Sheriff Clay Sander pulled him over this Sunday and gunfire erupted immediately. Vance nearly escaped, but the first shootout, but was spotted and killed shortly after by a highway patrol trooper.
Iraqi soldiers are now within a mile of the major city and ISIS stronghold, Mosul. Reports say that ISIS has taken tens of thousands of innocent citizens from their homes in order to act as human shields in Mosul. The so-called human shields can try to flee ISIS as apostates, for which the penalty is death, or they can stay in the city and be labeled as ISIS sympathizers. As the last stronghold of ISIS, Mosul will not be surrendered without extraordinary means.
The University of Kansas Fundraising Foundation, KU Endowment, celebrated 125 years since its establishment yesterday. KU Endowment has provided over $2.3 billion in direct support to the university. The money provided 86% of the school's land, almost 200 professorships, and nearly 2,300 student scholarships. The KU Endowment was the first foundation for a public university in the country.
A man dressed as Freddy Krueger shot 5 people with a shotgun at a Halloween party. 2 African-American males attended a Halloween party uninvited over the weekend. The 2 instigated an argument in the house and were asked to leave. Following the argument, one of the males dressed as Freddy Krueger, the villain from A Nightmare on Elm Street, pulled out a shotgun and began firing at the other partygoers. Police are still searching for the suspects.
And that's it for our news update. Stay tuned and we'll be back with the weather.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. Right now we have Coleman out on Jayhawk Boulevard with the weather. So Coleman, what is it looking out like out there?
Hey Andrew. Right now the sun is shining, the people are out, and it's just shaping up to look like one great start to this November.
Yeah, well, how's the wind out there today? Is it a bit
You know what? The wind is not bad. There are a few gusts here and there. It's kind of breezy, but to me, this is perfect weather. Perfect t-shirt weather, just sweater weather in general. It's a really nice day out today.
That's good. That's what we like to hear. Well, those winds will be staying calm throughout the rest of the day. And as we move on to today's weather forecast, we can see that we're going to have a high of 78 degrees with mostly sunny skies and winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And looking at breaking down your day, we can see that at 11 a.m. we're going to have a temperature of 69 degrees with sunny skies. And at 3 p.m. it's going to be 77 degrees with cloudy skies. And moving on into the evening hours, the 5 o'clock hours, we'll have a temperature of 78 degrees with cloudy skies. And into the evening for the KU basketball game tonight, we'll have a temperature of 73 degrees. And that's perfect weather to wear those short sleeves and shorts so you don't have to dress up and then get really hot in Allen Fieldhouse since they don't have air conditioning or heating. So that's always fun. And then looking at tonight, we'll have a temperature of 65 degrees as the low and storms chances moving in for tomorrow. And looking at tomorrow, we'll have a high of 74 and those scattered storms throughout the whole day. So if you have class at 8 a.m. and you have class at 5 p.m., just take that umbrella, poncho, umbrella, whatever you use to stay dry from the rain, because you never know when it's going to happen, but we know that we have that storm chance all day. So then looking at the rest of our 5-day forecast, we can see that on Thursday we're going to have a high of 68 with a low of 43, and on Friday we're going to have a high of 70 with a low of 46, and Saturday sunny skies with a beautiful 70 degrees. So if you haven't made plans yet for your weekend, get out there and enjoy the rest of this weather because we won't have it for much longer, because in the middle of November, that's when the temperatures will start to decrease and we will feel into those winter temperatures. So stay tuned with us because we'll be right back with sports.
And today we're going to talk about the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians are playing the Chicago Cubs in Game 6 tonight at 7 p.m.
Yes,
So in the Battle of the Aces, who do you have winning, Will?
You know, I think I'm going to have to go with the Cubs tonight. You know, they have Jake Arrieta on the mound. I think that Arrieta will deliver a win for the Cubs tonight. And also the way the Cubs have been swinging their bats, I think they'll deliver a win. What about you? What do you think?
I'm going to have to say I have the Indians in 6. I'm going to stick with that trend. Pitcher Josh Tomlin's going to come out inspired, pitching kind of for his dad because his dad's been battling cancer and chemotherapy. I think when you have a guy like a relief pitcher and a weapon like Andrew Miller coming in and the likes of Francisco Lindor and Roberto Perez, I think they'll be able to squeak out a win in Game 6.
All right, well, we'll see. Let's talk about the Chiefs. So the Chiefs went to Indianapolis this weekend, and they beat out the Indianapolis Colts. Alex Smith got roughed up, but didn't get a concussion, thank goodness. Travis Kelce had a touchdown, had 7 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown. Let's cue that clip of that Travis Kelce touchdown.
Still questionable. On 2nd and 6. Foles firing. End zone. It is caught. Travis Kelce for the touchdown. Late flag comes in at the end of the play.
So that was a really interesting play, and it was also a really good game.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask you a question, Will. Do you think that the Chiefs can win without Alex Smith possibly starting at quarterback?
You know, I think they can. Just the way Nick Foles has been looking, the way he looked against Indianapolis, he went 16 for 22 for 223 yards and threw for 2 touchdowns. And I think going in next week to Jacksonville, I think they can, with Jacksonville coming into town, I think they can get the win easily because Jacksonville, I mean, they're not that good, but I think it'll be an easy win.
Well, there have been kind of reports on Alex Smith, kind of whether he was not concussed that game.
Yeah.
And then heading into this game, there's questions about if he's going to be able to play or not. But I think no matter if they have Alex Smith or Nick Foles, I think they can beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars have been really good against the run, but they've kind of struggled against the pass.
Right.
Giving up big plays here and there. So I think Travis Kelce, Nick Foles, that offense can lead the Chiefs to a win against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Well, the Denver Broncos were at home playing the San Diego Chargers on Sunday. They eked out a 27-19 win, picking off Phillip Rivers 3 times, and we have a clip of one of those interceptions, which is Bradley Roby intercepting Phillip Rivers. So can we cue that clip?
Or pop over the middle, intercepted. Bradley Roby down the sideline. Touchdown.
Wow, what a return, man. That was unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, Denver looks like a great defense. So in your opinion, Will, do you think they're the best defense in the AFC?
I think they're up there, but I do not think the Denver's defense is the best. Denver's really not that important. I think the Patriots defense is the best. But that's just my opinion. What about you?
I think a week ago I would have said the New England Patriots, but since they just traded Jamie Collins to the Cleveland Browns, I'm going to have to say Denver. You look at that pass rush with Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware. You look at their secondary with Bradley Roby getting that amazing interception. Chris Harris and Aqib Talib, some former KU alums. I think they're probably the best in the AFC right now. We'll see what happens, though, by the end of the year.
We'll see, yeah.
Well, we're going to move kind of to KU sports here, and we're going to talk about the start of KU men's basketball and women's basketball.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be great. The women played over the weekend. They played Fort Hays State and won 98-71 in exhibition play, and the men played tonight against Washburn tonight inside Allen Fieldhouse at 7 p.m. So I kind of wanted to get your take. What is your projected win totals for KU men's and women's basketball, Will?
I think this year our team is going to be looking hot. With Josh Jackson, Carlton Bragg, who is the breakout sophomore this year, I think Frank Mason at point, I think we're going to get at least 32 wins because, just that chemistry and all that power, you know what I mean? Now for the women, I think since they won like 6 last year, I think they're going to win double that. So I think they'll win like 12. But, you know, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm sometimes wrong and I'm right a lot of the times, but we'll see. What about you?
I think personally the men's team is going to win 31 wins, and they're going to be kind of getting that 13th straight championship. You look at their dynamic duo with Frank Mason and Devontae Graham returning, and then the heralded return of another #1 recruit. You know, we had KU had Andrew Wiggins, they had Josh Selby, and now it's Josh Jackson, so he's kind of getting the torch pass. I think it's going to be really crucial to see if LeGerald Vick is much improved like people have said he is, reports have said he is, as well as if Landon Lucas can kind of be a double-double machine that Kansas needs. That being said, I think they can win 31 games. As far as the women's team, that's a little bit different story. They've got a lot of transfers. They're kind of a young team. Brandon Schneider's
they'll
kind
get
of
up there.
Yeah, they're definitely getting up there. But I'd say I agree with you. I think they're going to kind of double their output. I think Brandon Schneider's got a young team, like I said, but I think the transfer Lauren Aldridge going to Mizzou is going to kind of hurt them. But you could see kind of step-ups from Kylie Kopatich and other players as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be a good year for men's and women's basketball, and I can't wait to see what the outcome is.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for the sports block. We want to thank you and hope that everyone had a safe and clown-free Halloween. When we come back, we're going to play a game with Michaela and company.
Thanks for
guys.
tuning in.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
We're going to be playing another game today with our top journalist, Ian Saucy. Let's see where he's at in the field right now.
Yeah, so I'm like out here. It's a wonderful come back to a Halloween weekend. Everyone's probably like high on sugar right now. I mean, gotta expect all those little high school and middle schoolers to be like coming into that school nurse with stomach aches. Yeah, and it's just hopefully everyone had a great weekend. As we can see, like it's a little crazy out here, kind of.
So tell me what's going on out there. Tell me what you see.
Well, at least what I can see, it's a bit more of like a wind down. Like everyone's just like.
It's a wind down.
Yeah,
You think so?
Coming off like this, like.
So it's pretty crazy. Like people trying to relax, having a good time.
Yeah, they're just wanting to have fun, like come down like off that sugar high, that like energy just needs.
You know, I've got to disagree with you on that. I don't see people coming down off the sugar high. I think people are going up a little bit.
Well, I mean, at least like from what I can see, and I can interpret it maybe a little better than you in the studio. Like, it seems more like they just want to like relax, get everything out.
I mean, I can see your point on why they might want to relax. However, why do you think the game has stopped?
I don't know. Like maybe just interruption. Like maybe some.
What kind of interruption? Like it just seems crazy to me.
I guess like a camera malfunction. Possibly.
Hey, watch out! You want to make sure you're safe out there.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't need to get hit. Like that's not.
Yeah, I definitely would not, but if you want to hit, I definitely would not want to be hit by one of those guys.
Oh no, not at all. Like that wouldn't be safe at all.
Yeah, they look like definitely crazy people. You know, they seem like they might be going to jail after something like this. They seem a little bit like they've been on the juice, if you know what I mean.
Possibly. I mean, we can't really know what they're thinking right now, like what's in their mind.
Do you think that they're going to get in trouble for doing what they're doing?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I mean, it's all fun and games. I mean, until someone does get hurt, and so far, I mean, like, I'm safe here. No one's really getting hurt.
Hey, that's what's important. Your safety is what's important.
My safety is way more important.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about these folks perpetrating and interrupting these games. What do you think of them?
Well, I mean, they just want to have fun. Like, it's just a fun extension to, like, the weekend. Like, we had Halloween. We had, like, all this, like, crazy clown stuff. Like, they just want to, like,
All right.
fun,
Well,
like, get all that out.
Well, I'm really happy that you were there to report for us. That's going to be it for Good Morning KU today. I'm Michaela Beheimer, and Ian Saucy was out in the field with me. I hope you all have a wonderful day.